Cheers, everybody. So we didn't really know what we wanted to do for this video. We haven't filmed like a sit-down video in a really long time.
And we're in the middle of like bouncing around a few ideas of things that we do want to film. But until then,
we feel like we have to address a few things in the world.
We want to be able to talk about wedding stuff and things that we're doing for our wedding and getting prepared for it. But there is the big C word, COVID.
Yeah.
That's just kind of on everybody's minds, and so we just kind of want to talk about it, tell our story, I guess, a little bit about everything that's been happening with us.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about how it's been affecting our lives and like our work and the wedding planning and trips that we've had and like just it's affected everybody's lives in such different ways. Yeah, so I guess we could start out, all of this stuff started happening like early March. In other countries, I guess COVID kind of started happening in like February and maybe even January.
Probably like actually closer to like November, December.
We didn't really think about it being that big of an issue at that time because it wasn't in the United States. And we went to Hawaii for his birthday in early March probably. Yeah, so that was
fun.
Probably like the last week of it not coming to the United States.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think that was...
It got pretty bad right after that. I don't think we had any cases in the United States, or maybe it was like 10 at that point when we were in Hawaii.
It was a very, very low number. We went to Hawaii for my birthday, and I think we were there for a week. And then I want to say that we were back for like 4 days.
Before everything went crazy.
Before everything just went haywire, and they started just shutting everything down because it was obviously spreading a lot quicker than anybody anticipated.
I guess if you guys don't really know much about us, we live in California, which... it's probably making a big difference in what we're going to talk about because things are different like in every state.
Yeah, the California Bay Area, we've been extremely slow. Well, fast to shut down and slow to reopen just because.
I think we're one of the last areas that's still, we just got pulled back too. We were supposed to like finally be able to eat at restaurants and the hair salons were going to open, but then they reversed that like last week because our numbers are going up again.
Yep, and then we were going to be able to have access to our pool and our gym and all that other fun stuff that we are paying for amenities wise, and all of that stuff is still down just because of how quickly it's spreading.
It's been required to wear face masks in our area for months now.
Yeah, since March.
Yeah, so we're used to that. Also, talking about how it's like affected our jobs and stuff. I work at a medical office. He works at a bank, so both were essential basically the whole time. Yeah,
essential businesses. So we've been working the entire time this whole thing has been happening.
Operating differently, but obviously, but still having to go.
They reduced our hours, thankfully, at my bank and made it so it was easier for a lot of us to kind of stay at home a lot more, which is pretty much what we did.
Even though we were still essential businesses, we weren't allowed to see, I work at a dermatology clinic, so we do like a lot of cosmetic things too, and we weren't allowed to do any of that. People were only allowed to basically go to doctors for emergencies. So we were seeing maybe like 5 patients a week if they had like skin cancer or something like that, and so we all got our hours cut a ton, but our doctor was able to qualify for one of those like business loans and pay us still the whole time, so we both got paid full time, thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully, and we were able to give everything, so we weren't affected, you know, financially as much as most people were in our area, which was hard to see. We're in California in the Bay Area, and it feels like our own little like world separate from everybody else sometimes because
yeah, all of our family back in Idaho, they're like living life fully right now. Everything's like back open. They're having huge weddings, and here we're still on lockdown basically. We have to even wear our masks to the parking lot of our apartment complex and like to the mailboxes, and
we're told to shelter in place and socially distance ourselves. And I felt bad because my brother Joey he was living by himself less than a mile away from, well, 2 miles, but he was still pretty close at the point, and we couldn't go see him or anything like that. He can come see us because he works for the airport, which is just huge hotspot. And so we'll do have a couple fun things though. We were able to get him birthday stuff and leave it at his doorstep so that he could, you know, feel special on his birthday, but that's when I felt the worst about it. He had his 29th birthday all by himself, so
I also had a quarantine birthday.
You did have a quarantine birthday.
But yeah, we spent a lot of time at home the first couple months when we
did.
I only had to work like that first 12 hours a week, so yeah, we didn't do anything in quarantine.
No, what did we do? Shop?
We online shopped a lot.
We stimulated the economy.
We did that for sure. We kind of want to film a video about like showing you all the crap that we bought during quarantine.
Yeah.
It's all been great.
Yeah.
It's not crap.
It's been great.
It's been great. We need to stop. I'm still online shopping.
Last night.
Yeah, but we basically just sat at home and
You got a Switch pre-COVID. or right when
Yeah,
COVID was
well,
about to
actually,
happen.
it
We
was
knew we were going to
COVID.
get locked down.
Yep. I had to buy the digital version of the game actually because GameStop literally closed the day Animal Crossing came out. So we couldn't actually go and get the copy that I had pre-ordered. So I had to just download it online. But what great timing.
Yeah,
Animal Crossing to come out.
My buddy still hasn't gotten a Switch to play the game because
it's
still sold out everywhere.
At our Targets, they're still, and it's
Not
now,
close.
mid-July.
But no, that was a lot of fun. She dove straight into that, and I didn't jump on the bandwagon for a while. I think I had to see how fun it was for you to play it before I finally jumped on it. But I did it about 2 weeks later, I think.
I convinced him to buy, because we have a different Switch. I bought a Switch Lite for this because I prefer to play it on like a handheld device. But I wanted him to get it too, so he bought a different copy for our actual Switch.
We each have our own copy
of
of
the
it
game.
now so that we can visit each other's islands and do everything. It was actually pretty funny for a while.
I literally think I played it for like 10 hours or more every single day for a long time. I put in like probably over 300 hours in the first, month.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't get to play it like ever because I'm back into work full time and like we're super busy and now we're working out all the time.
School.
I'm still in school.
Mm.
I'm planning a wedding during this wonderfulness. Hopefully it still happens. It's supposed to happen just over like, I think 2.5 months now.
Yeah, we're at 78 days and counting. We have a little countdown over there.
We'll see if that happens.
We think it will.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if the numbers are kind of getting really crazy right now.
We just found out one of the people back in our hometown, they canceled their wedding, and their wedding is probably about a month before ours.
20 days before ours. People keep asking us like what we're doing about it, and
we're just thankful that we're doing it in a different state than California.
Yeah, if it was in California, there's no way it'd be happening. They're already having like full huge weddings in Idaho right now.
Yeah.
But who knows what's gonna happen in 2 months? But yeah, it's made planning a wedding pretty hard.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, because
we also missed out on a bunch of the fun stuff that we had planned.
Yeah, obviously all of our traveling got canceled. The last time that he's traveled
was Hawaii.
But the last time that we've done anything wedding was when we went in December to see our families. Like we toured
the winery that we're getting married at, and
I bought my wedding dress, and then I've only traveled to Idaho one time since then to pick up my dress and like have the first fitting. But everything else has been 100% online or on the phone. We've like talked to our videographer and stuff like that on the phone.
Your mom's doing a lot of background stuff for us also, which has been awesome.
She's been doing a lot of like the planning, the decorating, and yeah, we've been able to plan our photographer, our videographer, our cake person. We already pretty much knew who we wanted for the photography, so that was like the first thing that we decided on.
And then as far as the cake goes, I think we were figuring that out, but then you found Britain, and then it was
we went off of what people in our hometown where we're getting married. We're getting married in Lewiston, Idaho, by the way. I know somebody asked that question. In Lewiston, where we're both from, where our families are from. So yeah, we just like asked for recommendations, and everybody was recommending Britain. We didn't get to test any of the cakes, unfortunately, because we couldn't go travel there and try it. And I've always really known who our caterer is going to be. She's a close family friend, and actually your mom's.
Yeah, that was funny because you told me it was going to be Sherry, and then we mentioned who the caterer was to my mom. My mom was able to jump and say, oh, she was my maid of honor. So it was kind of just a fun
She's like
coincidence.
a friend of both families, and we didn't even know, so.
Yeah.
She's a really good cook.
Yeah.
She's catered for like our graduation parties and like other people's bridal showers and baby showers and stuff, and her daughter is a vegan, so she knows how to cook like vegetarian food, which is good. So she's gonna be great. And then also family friends are gonna do our flowers for us, so that was like another easy decision.
A lot of it's kind of fallen into our lap in a very happy, lucky way. I'm getting my tuxes from family friend.
He owns a tux shop.
He owns a tux shop.
Luckily, my bridesmaids were able to all order their dresses online, and from the same place, so it's the exact same color, and they all fit really well. So
yeah, they're all
lucky.
super excited about it too. So
it's kind of a bummer because I wanted to take them out and like try on dresses and stuff, but they are kind of scattered right now too. We just can't like travel to do that stuff right now.
Or like we were all going to travel together for our bachelorette party because we were all going to do a day in Disneyland, and we're gonna have one group go to one park and one group go to the other park, and then we'd all meet in the middle at the end of the day and have a good fun time. And that just never got to happen, unfortunately.
That was a real bummer.
Yeah, that one hurt a little bit because we had everybody on the same page. We had Airbnbs booked, and
yeah, we have some people that are from Washington, and like it just worked out that everybody was gonna fly together. We all like planned it. Some people already had like their flights, but
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine. Our honeymoon is not happening.
Not what we wanted.
We were gonna go to Europe and like kind
Yeah.
of country hop and stuff. That was always our plan. We were gonna go right after the wedding, and very clearly we know that's not gonna happen. So we didn't even try to book that.
We didn't even try to get you a passport because there's
No, it's just, there's no way international travel is happening probably within like the next year for like leisure.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we're fingers crossed right now, and even we're calling it a mini moon.
Yeah, we originally had 2 weeks off after 3 weeks off with the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna take 2 weeks and go to Europe, but now that we're not leaving the country, we like put a week back, came back a week early, and as of right now, we have an Airbnb in Hawaii for that week, and we'll see about that even, because right now starting August 1st, they're requiring you to have like a COVID test
72 hours before your flight departs, which means we probably have to get tested either the night of our wedding or the day of our wedding.
But right now, the place that we're getting, or the area we're going, getting married in Lewiston, they said that they can't meet those requirements.
Mm-hmm. So we're hoping things slow down by that time. You know, we have another 2.5 months for things to slow down, but
We're not gonna know if we're like going on that honeymoon basically until
yeah.
right before. But we're supposed to go to Maui.
Mm-hmm.
We have like a place on the beach, and this would be really great. If not, we'll
Yeah.
probably just try to like rent a little Airbnb here
Stay
in
aside.
California,
Yeah.
or maybe like down south
Yeah,
somewhere.
we're looking down somewhere in the south.
We had a couple people ask us questions about like wedding planning during quarantine, but I guess we'll answer those really quick. Courtney asked, what's the one thing you knew you had to have for your wedding even if all went wrong? I think having everybody together was like really it, because we were
Yeah.
super against having our wedding in Lewiston just because it's not our favorite place in the world.
We wanted to get married somewhere. I don't know. I think obviously our minds first went to California, but California is extremely expensive.
And we're the only ones here,
Yeah, we're the
really.
only ones here besides like
Couple
maybe like
people.
a couple uncles or something like that. But next we were thinking like, you know, Coeur d'Alene area. But then our parents had both toured the winery in Lewiston where we were getting married at, and they said it was awesome, that it would be great for a wedding. And so we thought that it would be a, you know, something to look into, and we actually ended up booking it before we even saw it. I think our parents all went on a little tour of it, and they said it was, you know, fantastic for what we were going to be getting into, and so it was easier to make that decision based off of what they were saying and the fact that, you know, 90% of the people that are invited live in the direct area.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we just decided that it's probably most important to just have it at a place where everybody's going to be able to come. We just wanted everybody together no matter what. Even if everything went wrong, we had to have it in a place we don't want. Probably that.
Yeah. I think that's it.
And a good photographer.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the person that asked the question.
We wanted a really great photographer no matter what, and we found one. Thank you, Courtney.
I think Courtney was actually probably like the first thing that got booked.
Yeah, before
the venue.
The venue, we booked her immediately
Mm-hmm.
back in December, or before December, or November, I think, a couple weeks after we got engaged. What has been the biggest fear?
The wedding even happening.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer to that question would have been had it not been during this time, but COVID has made a lot of things pretty scary.
Well, let's think about that. What would have been had COVID not happened? What would your biggest fear have been? I already know your answer. I actually know the answer you probably don't even know you're
Dress.
thinking about. No.
What?
The vows.
Y'all, I swear, I am so shy. I cannot even imagine. We're doing our own vows, but I
She's been
have
waking-
literally nightmares
Yeah.
about saying my vows in front of everybody and like not having my vows. Like my nightmares are like, I get up there and I'm like, I forgot to write my vows. I don't know what I'm gonna say. That's still a big fear of mine. But I can get over that if the wedding will even happen.
Yeah.
Tyler says, what kind of food options?
Okay, well I only had one requirement,
Yeah, he wanted a taco truck at the wedding.
but we found a happy option, which was probably came from like Sherry and your mom. Or I
Yeah,
don't know
we're
if
just
you're
doing
talking
a
about-
big old taco bar.
Yeah, taco bar for days.
It's gonna be pretty awesome.
I'm actually
Churros.
pretty freaking excited. Yeah, we're gonna have some churros in there, I think is what's gonna happen. I don't want to overpromise and
Quesadilla.
underdeliver, but it's gonna be delicious.
Quesadilla bar.
Quesadilla bar.
And there will be lots of vegetarian options, obviously.
And beer and wine.
Yeah,
'Cause it's a
open
winery.
bar. Levi says, weirdest thing to try and plan for the wedding being in quarantine?
What was the weirdest thing?
Kind of the honeymoon, I think.
Yeah, the honeymoon was an issue.
Other than that, decorations is a little bit difficult to do from afar, too.
Yeah, her mom's doing a lot of the decorations and been sending a lot of pictures back and forth to her.
But
and
we have to fly there for the wedding, so we can't like bring a bunch of stuff, and we can't
Mhm.
really help out, so that's also been a little bit hard to plan.
we've had a lot of people helping us though, which has been great.
Shaylee says, where are you getting married? It's at a vineyard in Lewiston,
Yep.
where we're from.
Yeah. I didn't even know they had a vineyard there.
I didn't
for the longest
either.
time.
I didn't know. I don't know how new it is, but when they mentioned it, I had no idea.
Yeah, we didn't know it existed at all. So it was actually really, really cool that it's there because I love the idea of getting married on a little vineyard and doing that. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I want to say this person's name is Casey. Casey, I think. Will it be a smaller wedding because of COVID? No. So it's either happening or it's not gonna happen. We're not gonna like settle for that, I don't think.
No, and I think that most of it's family.
We have really big families.
Mm-hmm.
Both of us have pretty
do.
big families. So right now it's like 200 people.
And we feel more protected in that idea for the fact that 95% of the people are not coming from out of state. They're all in
there.
That little 10-mile
There
radius.
might be a mask situation at that point, which if whatever we need to do, I guess, to keep people safe. But
Yeah.
if all fails and like they, limit the amount of people allowed at the wedding at that time, we're probably just gonna postpone the wedding because we want everybody there. And we've had a lot of people ask too, like, if we have to postpone, are we just gonna do a courthouse wedding? And no, we just want we want everybody to be there.
We aren't attached to the date. We weren't attached to the date when we
We're not
picked
in like
it.
a huge rush to get married either. I'm not like, okay, well, if we can't get married, we have to wait till next year. We need to do a quick courthouse one. Like, it doesn't really affect us.
No.
So.
Because we're still, with each other, and I'm still quarantined with her, and I let her cut my hair in quarantine, and it came out great. So we're still together.
I've never cut anybody's hair in my life. That's the first one.
Yeah, she wouldn't do it at first. I had to like do the first line myself, and then she's like, "Okay, I'll do it." And then she jumped in.
But that basically brings us to like present day. Yeah, still planning, still quarantined in California.
Yep.
Still working full time. We finally get to go to Idaho in a couple days to do some more planning and hang out with family. Finally.
We're still together through quarantine, so I mean, I'm pretty excited about that.
Fun.
Yeah,
I was sad when it ended. We had to go back to work full time.
Yeah, we are having a blast.
Anyways, my camera's about to die, so we gotta peace out. But I hope you liked this little chit chat video. I don't know what it was.
Chit chat, catch up.
It was little random things. Anyways, cheers.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. Smile for when I come around. Smile for when I see you. Smile for when the sun shines.
Because we're back over here.
Bright.